to use on the board. Whiteboard marker. Oops. Different from the other pens. Ism ghair mutamakin. So definition of ism ghair mutamakin was that is mabni, but mabni asl were three things. How many? Fail mazi, all huruf, and fail amr hazir ma'ruf. These were three things which were mabni asl. Ism ghair mutamakin is that which has a similarity with any one of those three. Yes? So altogether there are 8 categories for it. How many? 8 categories. Sounds easy. The first one is what we call zamir. Zamir is singular and the plural is dama'ir. Yes? And sometimes we just say zamir. Do we say? Zamir. Instead of just pronouncing the dad as a dad, we pronounce it as a za. Okay? It's jais, isn't it? Outside of the Quran. So yeah, we pronounce it in this manner. But have a look at this. The zamir is of... Logically, there should be 6. Yes? Originally, there's 3. How many? 3. Marfu, mansoob, and majroor. Marfu, mansoob, and majroor. What happens here is that then each one is meant to be split into 2, muttasil and munfasil. You know what marfu, mansoob, and majroor is, right? So then muttasil, yeah, attached and detached. Munfasil. Okay? What it means that is attached to his amil. Remember amil and ma'mul? So the zamir is attached, the pronoun is attached to his amil, or it's detached from his amil. Remember iyaka na'budu. Yes? The iyaka is munfasil because it's not attached to na'budu, is it? Yes? Like when you look at it, it's not attached to it. It's got nothing to do with it. Yes? In writing, there'll always be a gap. In neck, we have that. When we teach children, we say finger space, don't we, between words? Yes? So you don't find that finger space between. So for muttasil, there won't be the finger space. So look, if I say na'buduhu, so if the last letter is a dal, the hu will be just right next to it. It wouldn't be dal and then hu, would it? Yes? Rather it is dal and then hu. Okay? So that is muttasil. Munfasil will be completely separate, like iyaka, one word, and then na'budu. Okay? So in this manner, you've understood what muttasil and munfasil is. Now we said that there were 3, marfu, mansoob, and majroor. Each one is supposed to have each of these 2, except for majroor. Majroor only has muttasil. Majroor only has muttasil. Okay? So, and therefore, how many categories are there then? Huh? No. Yeah, how many? 5. Yeah, 5 altogether. So it's marfu muttasil, marfu munfasil. We're going to go through all them one by one. Marfu muttasil, marfu munfasil. Mansoob muttasil, mansoob munfasil. And then majroor only has muttasil. There's no munfasil for majroor. Okay? So the first one, what's the first one called then? Zamir marfu muttasil. Yes? So out of that, it is zamir marfu muttasil. Okay? This is the zamir marfu muttasil is that which is joined to its amil. Which is joined to its amil. And it's in the place of a rafa, isn't it? It's in the place of a rafa. Now why are these mabni first of all? Because they're like harf, aren't they? The isms, but they like harf, 2 letters, sometimes 1 letter. Yes, like it's coming. The easy way to understand this is Zamir Marfu Muttasil. Remember your normal gardans, Daraba. Yes? And then you say Daraba, the alif at the end, that's a Zamir. Is Zamir Marfu Muttasil. Darabu, the waw. Yes? The waw is the Zamir Muttasil. Then you got Darabat. If you go on the opinion that the ta is a Zamir, some say there's a hiya hidden inside it. Then you got Darabata, the ta and the alif. Yes? Then you got Darabtunna, the tunna. Okay? And then you have Darabta, the ta. Darabtumad, the tumad. Darabtum, the tum. Darabti, the ti. Darabtuma, same thing, tuma again. Darabtunna, this time the tunna again. And then you've got Darab, sorry, I missed one, Darabna in the top. Darabna, the noon at the end. And then here, Darabtunna, tunna. And then you've got the Darabtu, the two. And then Darabna, the na with the alif at the end. Yes? That's in Fail Mazi Gardan, isn't it? When you go to Fail Mudare, it'll be Yafalu, it has a huwa zamir in it. Then you have Yafalani, the alif. Yafaluna, the waw. And then tafalani, yes, and you carry on yafalna all the way down the signs that we've just given you. Yes, so your normal gardans have a zamir with them. Zamir, with the exception. So look, if you have other than wahid muzakkar ghaib and wahid muannas ghaib, so that's daraba and darabat. That's yadribu and tadribu, the first tadribu. Okay, in this, where there's a pronoun, there can't be a parent noun. Yes, look, if I say darabata, daraba, darabata, right, that means those two hit, isn't it? Right, them two hit. But I can't say zaidani after it. Yes, because it clashes with the alif, the tasniya. Yes? It clashes with the tasniya. Because this, the fa'il can only be one. The fa'il can only be one. The alif is the fa'il. The alif is the fa'il. Then what's the question going to be? What is this? Yes? But for daraba, and this is all your wahid muzakkar ghaib sige. Daraba, you can say daraba, and then there's a huwa zamir hidden inside it, if you want the zamir to be hidden. Or, if you don't want the pronoun to be hidden in there, you can say zaydun. Yes? When you have that zaydun, this zaydun is the fa'il of daraba. There's no pronoun now. Yes? And if you did darabat, then if you want hiya to be hidden there, female, hiya, then that's fine. If you don't want that and you want an open noun, a proper noun, then you can say Hindun, the girl's name. Yes? Hindun. Darabat, Hindun. Now in this case, there's no hiya zamir hidden inside it. So other than those two sige, every other siga in the gardan, yes, has is fa'il with it. And that fa'il is a zamir marfu muttasil. So that's all your sarf then, isn't it? That you will learn. Okay? Everybody understand that? Yes? Number 2 is zamir marfu munfasil. Zamir marfu munfasil is that which is separated from its amil. Separated from its da. Like you say, huwa zaidun. He, huwa, huwa huma, hum, hiya huma, hunna. Anta, I nearly forgot it, eh? Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Sorry, I wrote that bit weird. And then the last two, ana, nahnu. Okay? There you go. So the sigas are the same as what you've read in Sarf. Yes? Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib, Tasniya Muzakkar Ghaib, Jama Muzakkar Ghaib, Wahid Muannas Ghaib, Tasniya Muannas Ghaib, Jama Muannas Ghaib, Wahid Muzakkar Hazir, Tasniya Muzakkar Hazir, Jama Muzakkar Hazir, Wahid Muannas Hazir, Tasniya Muannas Hazir, Jama Muannas Hazir, Wahid Mutakallim, Jama Mutakallim. Remember we did Daraba, we made that chart, it's the same as that. Okay, 14 altogether and they're in order. Have you written that? Can I get you off the board now? Yeah? So these are, whenever you see this apparently, then always know that is Zamir Marfu, Munfa, Sil, okay? Except for certain places. Except for certain places, because the Huwa is sometimes a Zamir Fasal. Zamir Fasal. It just comes to let you know that this is a Mubtada and Khabar and not anything else, okay? So just be careful of that. It's not always a Zamir that, okay? Number 3 is, come on, tell me. Zamir, Mansoob, Muttasil. So this is joined to its Amil. This is joined to its Amil. So it's in the place of a Nasab and is joined to its Amil. It's commonly Maf'ul Bihi. This Zamir is commonly Maf'ul Bihi. Yes, so when it's joined to its Amil, it is Maf'ul. So Maf'ul Bihi is always Mansoob. Maf'ul Bihi is always Mansoob. It has a Nasab, Zabar. Okay? But remember it's Mabni, so it won't show it. It's Mabni and it will not show it. But it's in that place. So therefore, it's easy. Read it with me. Darabahu, Darabahuma, Darabahum, Darabaha, Darabahuma, Darabahunna, Darabaka, Darabakuma, Darabakum, Darabaki, Darabakuma, Darabakunna, Darabani, Darabana. The ni will come because the noon will come in between because of a disagreement. Okay? So, what is Daraba? Huh? What is it in Sarf? It's a fail, isn't it? Yes, it's a fail. And Ya is the pronoun. Mansoob Muttasil. Mansoob Muttasil. The problem is the Ya wants a kasra before it. Ya wants a kasra before it. And the problem is Ba does not want a kasra at the end of it. Yes? So mediator comes. Yes? The noon. The noon comes. Yes? So this noon comes along and saves the day. Says, you know what, calm down. We can sort this out. Yes? You know what, I'll accept the kasra and you'll be happy that the kasra is not at the end of you. Yes? And Ya will have a kasra before it. Yes? Yeah, everybody's happy. Yeah? Is that the Molveen in Nikah? It's quite in the middle, isn't it? Yes? So do you understand that? So like that, I put Daraba before it. Let's hear the Tasniya Siga. So that Daraba could be anything. Any Siga. You have Daraba. So it'll be Darabahu, Darabahuma, Darabahum, Darabuhu, Darabuhuma, Darabuhum. Like that. You fail Muzare, anything. Amr, all those Gardans you can have in the beginning. Okay, any Siga. That's that. Zamir. Number 4, Zamir, Mansoob, Munfasil. This one is generally Maf'ul Bihi also. Why is it? Generally Maf'ul Bihi also. But the Zamir is joined with the specific word. It's joined with the Iya. Iya. So it comes as Iyahu. I like the word. Iya. Who? Iyahuma, Iyahum. Sorry, I'm writing it a bit weird. I won't write it. I'm writing weird. Iyahu, Iyahuma, Iyahum. Iyaha, Iyaha, ha, Iyahuma, Iyahunna. Sorry, I missed it out. Iyahunna. And then Iyaka, Iyaka na'budu is that one. This is where it fits in. Iyakuma, Iyakum. And then Iyaki with a kasra. Iyakuma, Iyakunna. And then you have last two, which is Iyaya. Yeah. Yeah. The noon will not come because it's not fail. Yes? So you can accept it's got alif, so the kasra can't come anyway. Yes? So Iya and Iya na. Sorry, I wrote it a bit weird. Yes? Read it with me, it'll be a lot easier. Right, Iyahu, Iyahuma, Iyahum, Iyaha, Iyahuma, Iyahunna, Iyaka, Iyakuma, Iyakum, Iyaki, Iyakuma, Iyakunna, Iyaya, Iyana. Yes, and we went through last week all the pronunciations of Iya. Didn't we? Iya, Aya. Yeah, we did it in Surah Fatiha. So yeah, don't need to emphasize the ya in this case. Okay. So stop telling that Baba that his namaz is not done if he doesn't pronounce the shad properly. Okay. Shall I take it off? Right, last one is easy. It's Zamir Majroor Muttasil. Zamir Majroor Muttasil is joined to its amil. It's got two places where it can come. Yes? It's either at the end of harf jar, either at the end of a harf jar. So like li. Yes, so it'll be la in this case. Lahu, lahu. Yes? Or take fi, fihi. Yes? So they come in this and we'll read it in a minute. Or it can be mudaf ilay. Mudaf ilay. So remember we said Gulamu Zaydin, put Zamir in Zayd's place, Gulamuhu. Yes? So let's read it all together. We'll do it with the lam first. La. Lahu, lahuma, lahum. Laha, lahuma, lahunna. Laka, lakuma, lakum. Laki, lakuma, lakunna. Li, here in this case. Li, lana. Li, lana. The actual is that it should have a kasra, but you want to read the zamir if it has a kasra before it. That's why it changes. If you don't want to do it with fi, do it fi. Fihi, fihima. Now it changes, by the way. Remember we said lahu, lahuma. In this, keep an eye. Make life easy for yourself. Yes? Make life easy for yourself. If the previous letter is a ya or it has a kasra, then always in the zamir, give it the first letter of the zamir a kasra. Yes? Give it a kasra. So look, if I was to say lahum, there's a fatha, isn't there? So he'll be hu, hum. Otherwise it gets a dhamma, sorry. Otherwise it gets a. So if the previous letter is a ya or a kasra, then the zamir will get a kasra. Otherwise it'll have a dhamma. Yes? That's in the dhamma case or in the fatha case. Yes? So lahu, lahuma, lahum. But when the ya comes there, fihi, see he now, we almost say fihu. It's hard, isn't it? Going from a kasra to rafa, you didn't even get in the middle of fatha. You know that going from a kasra to a fatha is easy. Yes? But going from breaking your jaw to lifting your mouth, yes, in tajweed is hard, isn't it? So they don't do it. Yeah? So here is the same thing that they decided, no, it's too far. Yes? It's too far to travel. So therefore, let's just change it. So they say fihi, fihima, fihim. Rather than hum, it's him. So carry on. Fihi, fihima, fihim, fiha, fihima, fihinna, fika, fikuma. This time it have to be like this. Fikuma, fikum, fiki, fikuma, fikunna, fiya, fiya. This how it comes. Fiya. Yes? And fina. Yes? As you go along, there's huruf jar, many of them. So when they come, you can join them onto them. They're pretty easy in that regards. Do it with mudhaf ilay. Ghulamuhu. Say ghulamuhu, ghulamuhuma, ghulamuhum, ghulamuha, ghulamuhuma, ghulamuhunna, ghulamuka, ghlamukuma, ghulamukum, ghulamuki, ghulamukuma, ghulamukunna, ghulami. It changes here. It has to be like that. Ghulami, ghulamuna. That's when the ghulam has a dhamma on it. When it's a fatha on it, it's the same. Ghulamahu, ghulamahuma is the same. But what if you had a kasra? Ghulami. So it'll be ghulamihi, ghulamihi, ghulamihima, ghulamihim, ghulamihima, ghulamiha, ghulamihima, ghulamihinna, ghulamika, ghulamikuma, ghulamikum, ghulamiki, ghulamikuma, ghulamikunna, ghulami, all the same, ghulamina. Okay? So just those first 6 that kind of change in the beginning. These are all your pronouns. These are all your pronouns and what states they come in. What states they? Which state is it in? Texas. The states I mean here is marfu, mansoob or majroor. Okay? Yeah. So just to clarify that. Marfu, mansoob or majroor. Okay? They're the states. So if you say it's mudaf ilay, then it has to be majroor muttasil. Yes? And if you say it's mansoob or marfu, then it's one of those two, either muttasil or munfasil. Okay? That is only the first type. Yep. We'll do the rest later on. Okay, we'll do ism ishara next week because we started a bit late. So we'll do that next week, inshallah. There you go. Right, did we decide what we're going to do?
I had a few suggestions.
Okay.
Surah Waqi'ah was one. I think Surah Wadduha was another one.
Okay.
Those that we left it. We'll leave that to you.
Shall we start with Surah Yusuf? Because we said that.
We also, yeah.
Yes?
We had that one from the beginning as well.
Yes? It's going to take a long time.
That was the thing. That Surah Yusuf was mentioned, but we thought if it's too long, then we probably won't finish. That's why the other two.
Okay. So let's start Surah Yusuf.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll start Surah Yusuf and we'll see how far we get with it. Yes? Everybody got Quran? Right, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The reason I chose Surah Yusuf, it was either the full Quran that we do, or we do a surah. But I think the democracy chose to be a surah instead, rather than starting. When I say the full Quran, means starting from the start, Alif Lam Mim, Surah Baqarah. But we'll do these short surahs and see or not short surah, but this surah and see where we go. But one of the reasons of choosing as well, it is said that the person who memorizes Surah Yusuf, yes, in his whole, memorizing the whole Quran becomes easy. Okay, it's one of its blessings. So if you memorize Surah Yusuf in its entirety, then memorizing the rest of the Quran is easy. Okay, I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, it is said. Maybe it's to do with Sayyidina Yusuf and his level of knowledge and understanding. Yes, he was given the knowledge of ta'wil, which means dreams, but to know the ta'bir, interpretation of dreams, you need to have high level of knowledge also. So therefore, maybe that's one of the wisdoms behind it. In terms of us memorizing it, something is better than nothing, isn't it? Yes? So something of the Quran will become easy for us. Yes? So if you can memorize it all, yes, it's good. And if we can't memorize it all, then at least some of it. One of the reasons is as well, the words of this surah are kind of tricky. When I say tricky, I mean in the tajweed sense. Yes? So if you can get your tongue accustomed to pronouncing them the way they are, because you're going to get a variety of letters, yes, which certain surahs might be empty of because their flow is kind of easy, yes, whereas this has a lot of different tongue twisters, and you're going from thin letters to fat letters and things like this in the same ikhfa, gunna, or sometimes in the same ayah and verse, yes. So that's why maybe if you can get accustomed to reading the Quran in this manner, then the rest of the Quran also becomes easy for you to recite, because it's not as the rest of the Quran in terms of recitation might not be as demanding as this surah for you to control your mouth. Okay, for you to control your mouth. So that's all the tajweed is, controlling your mouth. Yes, it's probably the hardest thing in UK, isn't it? Isn't it saying in English, control your mouth? Doesn't it say that in English? Watch your language, control your mouth. So yeah, people have a long-standing issue with controlling their mouth. Right, this surah Yusuf, is by the name of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam. And the story of Sayyidina Yusuf is mentioned within this surah. Sayyidina Yusuf being the son of Sayyidina Yaqub alayhi salam. It's a Makki surah, all of it. In its entirety, it's a Makki surah. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas and Qatada said that the whole surah is Makki except for 4 verses out of this. Okay? And we'll pick up on them when we come to them. It is said that the Jews asked the Prophet ﷺ in regards to the story of Sayyidina Yusuf, and in answer to those Yehud, this surah was revealed. And that will come, the story itself will come. Sayyidina Sa'd bin Abi Waqas, from Ashra Mubashara, isn't he? Ashra Mubasharin. That he said that the Quran was revealed upon the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Yes? And he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam recited the Quran, i.e. he presented the Quran in terms of what was revealed at the time to the people. And certain people then said, if only you told us stories of previous prophets or previous nations. Therefore, the words "Nahnu naqussu alayka ahsanal qasasi," this was then revealed to say that now we're relating the story to you. Then they turned around and said, well, if only you told us a hadith, words, it's like a story, but it's in more or less your own words. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that Allahu nazzala ahsanal hadithi then this was revealed.
Was that that's in the Quran? That ayah?
Yes, it's saying here it's in the Quran. So some ulama have said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the stories of the Anbiya alayhimu salatu wasalam in the Quran. Yes? And then repeated them in the same meanings. Now if you, for example, take the story of Sayyidina Adam, it's been mentioned several times in the Quran, but it's not the same in terms of its words, yes, but its meaning is definitely the same. Yes? This is one of the beauties of the Quran, that it can relate the same event through different words and still carry the same meaning. Yes? Sometimes even with words that are complete opposites. Sometimes with words that are complete opposites, but the way they be used in terms of the eloquence, they refer to the same thing. Sayyidina Adam, ala Nabina wa salatu wasalam's event of the shaitan not prostrating, and that is probably the best example in this. If you look there, then if you analyze them, you'll see that the words are opposite, but if you look at the story as a whole, in each section, you realize that its meaning is exactly the same as what has been mentioned maybe earlier. But the story of Sayyidina Yusuf was never repeated in the Quran. Yes? So other stories have been repeated in the Quran in various ways. The story of Sayyidina Yusuf was not. Yes? So this is some of, just like a sketch of the surah itself, or fazail of the surah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the start of this surah, Alif Lam Ra. Alif Lam Ra. We don't do tarkeeb of these. Yes? They're just letters. We call them huruf muqatta'at. The meaning is unknown to us. The meaning is completely unknown to us. But ulama have maybe tried. Ulama may have tried. Like we say with Alif Lam Mim. Some ulama say Alif refers to Allah, Lam refers to Jibreel, Mim refers to the Prophet ﷺ. Yes? And then they say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Quran, Jibreel brought the Quran, and our Prophet received the Quran. Yes? And like that, these are interpretations, but they're all zanni. Nobody can say what they mean for guaranteed. You can't say this is definitely what it means. No, it's not the case. Okay? So therefore, they don't have a mahal of i'rab in that case. So to say that they within a sentence, they're not really, according to us, they're not really a sentence as well. In terms of, because we don't know its meaning, do we? So then they're just letters. They are just letters, and these letters are part of the mutashabihat, i.e. those words of the Quran which are ambiguous. Yes, and we can't take them literally. So only Allah and His Messenger ﷺ know the true meaning of them. So now we have hand for Allah. Now the hand for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is part of the mutashabihat. So we won't take it to be a literal hand. So we leave the meaning to Allah and His Messenger. We believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a hand. How the hand is, we don't know. Yes? So the rest, in the howness of it, we leave that to Allah and His Messenger. Right, now look, in the verse of the Quran, he says, in the verse of the Quran, in Surah Yusuf, after Alif Lam Ra, let me just take care of my phone, the Quran. I'll have it here, it's okay. Right. Tilka ayatul kitabil mubin. Tilka ayatul kitabil mubin. Tilka is ism ishara. What is it? Ism ishara. And ishara is like when you indicate, like you said, this and that. Yes. So here, according to some, it's ishara ba'id. It is ishara ba'id ay for far, something that's far. So rather than this is that. Yes. Rather than this, it is that. So that. And ismi ishara was the next lesson. I should have done it actually. Okay. But we learn it slightly different. Yeah. Za, zani, zaini, ta, ti, te, ze, zihi, tehi, tani, taini, ula, imad ke saath, ula, kasr ke saath. That's it. Okay. That was the asma ishara. Okay. No, they're the letters of ishara. Yeah. So the ishara in there is just a ta. The ishara in there is just a ta. Okay. The kaf is of khitab. The kaf is of khitab. So who you talking to? That's you. The Quran is talking to you. Ka, you. But we don't translate it like that. We just say that. Yes. So ism ishara is a ism fi'l harf. Is it ism, isn't it? So what sentence will this be? Jumla ismiya khabariya or jumla fi'liya khabariya? It's ismiya, isn't it? And every jumla ismiya khabariya has two parts, doesn't it? What's the first part called? Mubtada. Second part is called khabar. So tilka here will be mubtada. Yes? Yes? That's that. So tilka is mubtada. So you work that bit out. Tilka is mubtada. It's mabni, so the rafa will not show. The rafa will not. Mubtada is always marfu. But because it's mabni, the rafa will not show. So therefore, its place is marfu. Its place is marfu. So we call it mabni bar fatah marfu mahallan. Marfu mahal, meaning its place is definitely in the place of rafa. So it's mubtada. What are we looking for next after mubtada? Khabar, aren't we? So what words have you got? Ayatul kitabil mubin. Ayatul kitabil mubin. What does the mubin have at the end of it? Mubini, isn't it? Keep an eye on that. So you've got ayat, is it? Yep. Ayatu. Al-Kitab Al-Mubin. Yeah. So first how we look at this is ism. What is it? Ism. And it's plural. What is it? It's plural. It's jama'. What is it jama' of? What's the singular? Ayah. You know ayat. Ayatun. Yes? It's singular of that. So it's a plural of ayatun. Like we normally say ayat. Okay? It's a plural of that. So the plural of ayah is ayat. Ayat. With the alif ta, big ta. Okay? This is mudaf. What is it? Mudaf. Then you've got al-kitabi. Is it ism fi'l harf? Ism, yes? Ism. But before we carry it on, we need to make it, is in singular form. So, it is mawsuf. Remember mawsuf and sifa? Yes? This is mawsuf. What is it? Mawsuf. And every mawsuf needs a sifa. So therefore, al-mubin is ism fa'il. What is it? Ism fa'il. Yes? Mubinun. Abana yubinu ibanatan fahuwa mubinun. Bab if'al. You never did them because it's from ajuf ya'i. From ajuf ya'i. Okay? It was really mubyinun, muf'ilun, mubyinun. Wa ya mutari mahkabal say sakin ho to wa ya ke mahkabal ko denge. That's it. That's the rule. Okay? That if a waw and a ya come together, if waw and ya are there, any one of them, waw or ya, and the previous letter is sahi sakin, like muf'ilun, then give the waw or ya's harkat back, and that's it, leave it. That's what's happening. It was mubyinun, then the ya's haraka went to the ba, kasra, isn't it? The ya became sakin, mubin.
Mubi.
Yes? Makes sense? So it's ism fa'il. Every ism fa'il needs a fa'il as well. There's a huwa zamir inside that. Huwa zamir. And that is the fa'il. What's that called? The fa'il. Now, ism fa'il with this fa'il, what will it be?
Ism fa'il
With this fa'il together will be the
mawsuf sifa.
sifa. Will become the sifa of the mawsuf. Yes? Now, mawsuf and sifa together, yes, will become the mudaf ilay of ayat. Yes? Mudaf ilay of ayat. Quite easy, the kids don't do this. The kids just do it mentally. I'm drawing on the board for you. Right. Mudaf and mudaf ilay. So now count both of them. What does mudaf and mudaf ilay make? Remember, tilka was mubtada. Tilka was mubtada. So now we've got the rest of the sentence. Ayatul kitabil mubin. So therefore we got mudaf and mudaf ilay. What will it become? Khabar. That's why ayatu has a tu, because it's khabar. Every khabar is mar. That's why the tu's got a tu on it, as dhamma. Yes? Do you understand that? So now mubtada and khabar will become what jumla? Jumla is miya. Shall I go through it once more? Yes? So you got tilka. Let me just write tilka on the board. Tilka. This is ism, but it's mabni. Yes? It's marfu mahallan. Marfu mahallan. Okay? But there at the end, it becomes mubtada. Mubtada. So what we mean by ism mabni, because it's from isme ghair mutamakkin. It's from isme ghair mutamakkin. And then it becomes marfu mahallan. Why? Because mabni doesn't accept i'rab, but the place has to accept what it accepts. The place has to accept what it accepts. So the place has to be marfu. Why? Because it's mubtada, and every mubtada is marfu. Every mubtada is marfu. So this is marfu. Then you got ayat. It's ism. It's the plural of ayah. It's the plural of ayah. The sign is that it doesn't have alif lam, it doesn't have a tanween at the end, and there's an ism which has got kasra at the end of it. Therefore, we understand that it has to be mudaf. What does it have to be? Mudaf. Every mudaf needs a mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh is always majroor. Yes? Simple rules. Mudaf ilayh is always majroor. So therefore, al-kitab, we find out that it is going to be one of the mudaf ilayh, but when we looked further, we found al-mubin. We had to do something with that, didn't we? But when we looked at the harakah of al-mubin, we found that it is linked to al-kitab. So therefore we said it's an ism, but then it turns into mawsuf. It turns into, so before we take it back, we need to make it mawsuf. Al-mubin is ism fa'il from babi if'al. Every ism fa'il in a sentence will need a fa'il at some point. Okay? Especially if it's an adjective. If it's used as an adjective, then you need a fa'il. So therefore you had the huwa zamir, which goes back to al-kitab. Yes? And together, ism fa'il and the fa'il will become the sifa of the mawsuf al-kitab. Now mawsuf and sifa together, yes, will become the mudaf ilay of mudaf. Now mudaf and mudaf ilay together, that is ayat and al-kitab al-mubin. Both of them together will become the khabar of this mubtada. And then mubtada and khabar together will become jumla ismiya khabariya. Okay? Jumla ismiya khabariya. So that's that. One thing I want to tell you, I know I said in the starting that alif lam ra does not have a place of i'rab, but there is one saying that it can, to say that it starts off by saying that say that the name of this surah is alif lam ra. Yes? So the tarkib of that would be then you'll have to say هذه السورة المسمات ألف لام را. Yes, and then هذه السورة المسمات will be the mubtada and ألف لام را will be its khabar. Yes, that's if you want to go down that route. Okay. But generally it's easy to just say, okay, it doesn't have a place, it's just there. So there you go, that's that. The translation now. The translation is that Alif Lam Ra. Yes. You can translate it as those or these. Yes, this and that. They all work because it refers to the Quran itself. But it's just to glorify and place the greatness of the verses inside the heart. Look, the verses are the Quran that you're holding, aren't you? Yes? The signs are the Quran itself which you're holding. One of the greatest signs of the religion is the Quran that you're holding in your hand. So therefore, it all works. You can say this for it and you can say that for it. Yes? As long as you know that this and that is all in honor. Yes? It's all in honor. So you can translate it any way in that regards. But literally it would be those or that. Those or that. The reason I'm saying those is because if in English it wouldn't make sense. You say that is or are the signs. Does that make sense, does it? Yeah. Even if you say the, look, I'm trying to say if I translate as singular. Yeah, if I say this, but then ayat is plural, isn't it? Ayat is plural. So how would you work your way around it? So if you say, if you translate it literally, tilka, that that is the signs. Does that make sense? Or if you say that are the signs. Now that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Okay? So therefore, you might, because of ayat, you'll have to translate it in the plural, then wouldn't you? Yes? Those are the signs of the glorious book. Yes? Glorious come in the meaning of illuminated. No? Kind of? Glorious? Huh? Mubin? Illuminated? Do that then. Those are the signs of the illuminated book. Illuminated book. Yes? So this is one. So by kitab it means Quran. By kitab it means Quran. And one of the meanings of illuminated here, yes, is that it's made clear. What is it made clear? The halal from the haram and the haram from the halal. Yes? What has been made clear? The haram from the halal and the halal from the haram. And the boundaries are clear, which you need to stay within. And if you transgress them, then a punishment. The laws, guidance, blessings, all of this have been made clear within this Quran. And then some scholars did the interpretation of this as to say, and it sounds a bit odd here, هَذِهِ تِلْكَ الْآيَاتِ. These are those verses. These are those verses. التي كنتم توعدون بها في التوراة في التوراة. These are those verses which you were promised in the Torah. Yes? In the Torah. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now talking to those Jews that asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in regards to the story of Sayyidina Yusuf. So here this is a sign. This is a sign. So the ayat can refer to either the verses of the Quran that are in Surah Yusuf and that they're a sign themselves. That's why we call them ayah. Or it means that separately the Quran is a sign itself, or the story as a whole is a sign itself. Yes? The Quran as a whole, or this story as a whole, the Surah Yusuf as a whole, is a sign in itself. Rather than one verse being a sign, it comes out to be the same thing. Yes? Because for the whole story of Sayyidina Yusuf to be a sign, then each statement needs to be assigned. Yes? So therefore, it's more or less the same. The conclusion of each one is the same. Yes? But that's the thing there, that this story of Sayyidina Yusuf is the ultimate sign which clears halal and haram. That's if you restrict it to this, but the reality with it is that it refers to the whole of the Quran. It refers to the whole of the Quran. The last thing I said, that the Surah Yusuf makes it clear, that's only because of what we said at the end, hazihi tilka al-ayat, that these are those verses. Yes, in terms of that was revealed for the Jews, that whatever they wanted to hear, now it makes it clear. Yes, but after they heard it, and they heard the truth, they couldn't handle the truth, then could they? Yes, and that's, we'll tell you that when we come to its place of where they denied certain parts of the story. Yes, because they went against their narrative. Yes, but when they were checking the Torah, then it was adding up, wasn't it? So it was showing them that they dubious people. Yes, in that regards. So yeah, this is it. We'll start from next week, from the next verse. Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan. Yeah, we'll start there. Take this as a taster, inshallah.